Like apologetics, we think of it as a dry, dusty word. It's got to be boring, right? In reality, apologetics is sort of like the meat of Christianity.
I was always told, this is true, this is true, this is true. It was very little explained why it was true. They gave me a chance to not only know what I believe, but why I believe it.
A lot of people try and live life without thought, live their faith without thought, or don't think about things, but eventually either you or someone else is going to bring up a question. Every Christian needs to know the answers to these very real, very important questions.
The teaching is just incredible because I have a lot of friends who believe the same way I do about a lot of youth groups where you feel like, okay, if you have doubts or something, you can't really voice them. But when I came here, you learn so much more when you're able to ask questions.
I like how it gives you strong factual evidence about what you believe.
I can't wait to tell my friends that faith isn't about wishful thinking, it's not blind. It doesn't have to be this invisible thing.
Just being able to gain more knowledge about what I believe and then becoming confident in it. It's just really exciting.
It's the best environment that I've been in to answer questions about my faith, to conquer doubts about my faith, and to ultimately strengthen what I believe and know it better.
We all have questions, and we need answers to those questions. Faith Ascent Base Camp provides answers for those questions.
It was a beautiful thing because we all of these denominations represented by these people, they just came together to what really mattered, what was in the Bible, that Jesus is God, He died and rose again for us. This is why He did it, and this is how we can prove that He did it.
Instead of just, finding a bunch of new ways to tell people why they're wrong, I now can sound intelligent and relate to them in a way that'll make it much easier to communicate my faith.
I never thought I really could speak out, and I think this has really been a good, helpful tool that I can use to go talk to somebody about my faith and not really be worried about it, because I was always kind of the more shy kid.
Probably H.L. Hussman was my favorite speaker because he talked a lot about how he was nervous about sharing his faith, and I can relate to that a lot.
I love learning about God's truth, learning how to defend it, and present it and teach it to everybody else.
There's so many things that he's been teaching me this week, and I need to share that.
Before I came here, whenever I would talk about God with somebody, I didn't know how I could reach out to them. But after coming to Faith Ascent Ministries, I've just been able to really explain it in a deeper way, what faith is.
I love the testimonies and the speakers, and just learning how to defend my faith and approach non-believers.
I think that God has really helped me understand how to relate and talk to people with more humbleness. So this has been probably one of the best camps I've ever been to.
That's why this camp is here, helping us not just defend our faith, it's to reach out and to save the lost.
There you go.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this evening's broadcast.
So when you first heard about this camp, what did you think?
I thought we was gonna be outside in some tents or something like that.
Moving a month before coming to camp, I didn't know anybody, and then they actually helped me. I actually opened myself up to them. I felt comfortable with them. It was great.
I like the fact that even though I didn't know anybody, so I was the odd person out, I still felt welcome, and you don't really get that a whole lot of places.
In my opinion, with a lot of youth ministries, it's kind of watered down. When I came here, you can come up to the teacher afterwards and have a really good conversation with them, and it makes it a lot more personal, and I think that's really important in getting teens to connect with God's Word and being able to have a stronger faith.
The beauty of the Faith Ascent Base Camps was the friendships that I made, to be able to learn from each other. I think it's really been life-changing.
The relationships you make here, they can last a lifetime.
I've never felt a more open place to come and just ask whatever question I want.
The people here are so nice. There were so many sweet girls that I got to know that just are radiant with Christ's love, and that was really inspiring.
This right here, this camp, this was awesome, dude. Like, I really want to do this again.